consultation this morning just to make sure everything was up to date. As we all know, social media changes very, very regularly. Okay, so TikTok for business. Now, if you haven't met me before, I teach social media. I've been doing social media and teaching social media for a long, long time. And obviously TikTok's a bit of a newbie. So what I did was I practiced on my own business before I came on board with teaching you how to do it so that I could make all of the mistakes and so you didn't have to. So I use social media for business. I do not have a personal TikTok account. I don't have a personal Instagram account. I have a personal Facebook account because I have to. And it gets used so that Facebook knows that I'm using it so that my business gets promoted more. So I use social media for business. Okay, so we're going to do a very, very step-by-step guide here today. This is an interesting statistic. So many people, I speak to, at least 5 businesses every single day, often more. And, people say to me, do I have to be on TikTok? Do I have to dance? Do I have to lip sync? Isn't it just for Americans who are 13-year-old? So I thought this was actually quite an interesting statistic. So in digital 2022 Australia says that TikTok is the most downloaded mobile entertainment app, or third across the board. And listen to this, behind Service Victoria and Service New South Wales. So those Service Victoria and Service New South Wales are basically apps that you have to download in order to, use the QR code in order to get into places these days. So if we take away those ones that you have to download, it's basically the most downloaded app in Australia, which really says something for our businesses. So according to this annual report, TikTok now has 7.38 million Australian users. Often we think about this as an American situation, but these are Australian users and they're over the age of 18 and they reach 37%. So 55.3% are female and 44% are male. So basically, you've got a really good demographic of female and male and over 18 and in Australia to actually promote your business. If you haven't met me before, my name is Victoria. Hi. I have been teaching small business owners how to use social media for a number of years. But like I said at the beginning, I practice what I preach. I own my own companies. I own a skincare company at the moment. I have owned bricks and mortar stores, gift shops, yoga studios, wellness studios, and I've sold them. I've owned multiple e-commerce stores and sold those. I make products. I don't personally make them. I get them made for me. I make my own products and I sell them on Amazon in the US. And tonight I'm having a business meeting with my partner and we are moving into Singapore as well. So I understand the global e-commerce market very well. And like I said, I do this. This is I'm practicing what I preach. I'm in there with you every single day. I'm not just a person here telling you stuff. I'm actually doing it. I'm also a board member of the local Chamber of Commerce. I'm really, really passionate about small business and supporting them and watching them grow. It's one of my favourite things in the world to watch small businesses grow and watch the personal growth of the small business owner as well. It's quite phenomenal. I'm a Shopify and Facebook partner. I've got my Bachelor of Teaching, which is why I love teaching this. Cert 4 in small business, and I'm certified e-commerce specialist, but most of it while I'm a mum to 2 teenagers. So this is the basics, the very, very basics. So 6 steps to TikTok success. So we're creating a TikTok business account. And then we're going to let you let TikTok get to know you. Now, that's actually one of the most important steps, and I don't want you to miss that, and I'll tell you why. We're going to talk about setting up your TikTok profile well, then creating interesting content. What do you actually put on TikTok? and then engage your audience and to grow your following, and all the different, not all of them, but the basic TikTok features that you can use to grow your business. If you do want to have a look at my TikTok, you're very welcome to. It's AusSkin, which is the skincare company I own. So this is a step-by-step. Now I've put this here so that you can go back on it at another stage, or you might like to screenshot this now. This is just the step-by-step process of you opening a business account. So you download the app, you create your personal account, and you use your email, login, whatever you need to do to log in. You tap the profile in the lower right corner and you tap edit profile. So this here, you need to add your profile picture in your bio. This needs to be your business logo. And if you are your business, it needs to be your face. And then you can put in links to your other social media accounts. But I want you to switch to a business account. So you tap those 3 lines in the upper right corner and then manage the account. Don't play along as we go with this one. I know I'm speaking quickly. I just want to go through this so you've got that step-by-step process. And then tap switch to business account, and then you can choose between business and creator. I've chosen business. It's probably a good idea for you to choose business as well. And then check the category that best suits your brand and tap next. You might have to be a little bit broad with that category. Your particular one might not be in there, so just try and find a category that suits it best. And then you add your website and your email address to your profile. Now, this is, like I said, one of the most important parts to this. Let TikTok get to know you. Now, I'm not talking about you personally, I'm talking about your business. TikTok has one of the strongest algorithms that I've ever seen in social media. It seems to get to know you very, very quickly. And in saying that, TikTok, there's lots and lots of content that goes through TikTok. So as soon as you start getting on TikTok and you start watching things, and you start looking at things that you're interested in, you might start liking things, you might start commenting on things, TikTok will show you more of what you're interested in. Like I said, this works quite quickly. So when I started researching and getting on TikTok, I sort of didn't know this process. And so I was just messing around, trying to find out what it's all about. Within about 2 or 3 days of me being on it, maybe for an hour in the evening, it started showing, and this is telling you probably a little bit too much about my life, but this is, it started showing me only content from people who were over 40, they were female, and they were divorced. And I don't actually know how TikTok found all of that out. It just must have been either researching the stuff that I've been looking around or what I was actually looking at. So when you start going on TikTok, it'll show you a whole bunch of different stuff. I must have started watching the content from those people more than other things. I must have stayed on their videos more than maybe a 13-year-old who was dancing around. So very, very quickly, TikTok realized that that's the type of content I started watching. And then for weeks, that's the only content I saw. And so it's very, very important from your business point of view that you are creating your business TikTok so that TikTok realizes you need to realize, make TikTok realize that what your business is about. I've just got a chat here. That's what I was worried about. So I'm just a bit, do you know why I can't find the website to my business profile? Only options to add the email address is there. Maybe because you haven't changed it over to the business account. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, so getting back to letting TikTok get to know you. Like I said, it's not actually you when you are making this algorithm work for your business. Put yourself in your customer's shoes. What are they going to be looking at? So this is why it's so very, very important for you to know exactly who your customer is. And I've done lots of webinars, showing you how to find your customer avatar and know your target market very well. So if you don't know your target market and your customer, please take a step back and get to know your customer very well. And when you're on TikTok as your business account, pretend that you are that person. What are they going to be watching? What are they going to be commenting on? What are they going to be liking? And start doing that on TikTok. If you want to create a different account, you are very, very welcome to, because you might actually want to create a different account and start following and watching things as you. There's actually an incredible amount of people giving small business advice on TikTok, and that's then what happened to me. I fell into that category because I started then researching what small businesses were doing on TikTok, and then every single video that I started seeing was on small businesses. So it very, very quickly gets to know you. So be very careful about what you are starting to watch. And then once you start seeing that pattern, and once you start getting used to doing that, start liking, start sharing, start saving, start commenting, search the keywords that in the Discover tab that your customers might be searching for. So I'll talk about my skincare brand because, that's what I've been practicing on, so I can share it with you. But you just think about your person. So with my skincare brand, once I started realizing what TikTok was doing, then I started searching skincare, searching sensitive skincare, and I started watching all of the skincare things. And then the algorithm very quickly shifted to showing me more things about skincare and makeup. Makeup I'm not interested in the slightest, but that's me. My people might be interested in that. So I just needed to train the TikTok algorithm to say, this is an account that is interested in skincare, is interested in makeup. And then when I started creating content, that goes to those people. Okay. So we're trying to streamline this for you so that when you do start creating content, it gets to your customers very, very quickly. And this is why this little part is really important, that you do this. It does take a little bit of time. It really does take a little bit of time to get to there. Okay, so I've got a question. I'm just going to go into here. So should I stop following accounts that aren't related to my business and instead following them on my personal account? Absolutely. Absolutely. Start a personal account and follow all of the people that you want to on your personal account, but on your business account, just follow the things that your customers are going to be looking at. It will really, really benefit your business doing that. Okay. Just got that there. Competitors. Oh yeah. So the other reason why you'll be doing this is to have a look to see what your competitors are doing. Really, really interesting to start researching your competitors and see what's working for them. See how many likes they're getting, see how many comments they're getting, and see if the comments are actually relevant, because there are, as with all social media, there's people that come on social media that, spam and that are silly. So just be very, very mindful of taking those, filtering those out of your mind and just looking at all the comments that are actually relevant to you. So I've got a question here. Are the results on keyword location specific? I feel like TikTok gives global results. I have, which is hard if you're a local based business. So again, be very, very careful about the country of the businesses that you're following. So I started building on TikTok so I could get an audience in America, because that's where we were selling our products. and then had to very, very quickly pivot at the end of last year and start following people in Australia, because then I wanted to sell in Australia due to shipping situations. So if you are selling in Australia, just follow Australian accounts. It will teach TikTok that you are in Australia. If you are only if you're selling globally, great, follow accounts from all over the place. If you're only selling in a specific country, just follow accounts from that country. Okay, we've got Tanya saying, what about the algorithms not liking having multiple accounts? I've heard having separate accounts on different devices. This is true. I haven't heard that. I'm sorry, I don't know about that. You can try having it on different devices, but if you've only got 2, surely that's not too much of a problem. Hopefully not. Okay, so setting up your TikTok profile well. So make sure your logo is clear. It's exactly the same as all of your other platforms. Make sure it sits beautifully in that circle. Same as what I'll say for every single platform you're on. Your branding needs to be exactly the same for your business across your website, across your business cards, across your Facebook, your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube. It just needs to build that brand consistency across every single platform that you're on. Now, you've only got 80 characters to use in your bio, so it needs to be really clear, it needs to be concise, and it needs to have a clear call to action. So call to action, follow me on YouTube, follow me, download this ebook here, go to my website, that type of thing. Okay, make sure the website is your exact link to where you want people to go. So don't make them fluff around. So if you're selling a particular product, make sure that goes to your product page. It doesn't go to the front of your website. So if you've got an actual product, don't send them to your homepage of their website, send them to the product page. This TikTok is fast. It's not a place to fluff around and make people click around to lots of different places to download your stuff or to get your services. If you've got a service-based industry, either have if you're sending people to your website, have that booking button so incredibly clear above the fold of your website that they don't have to try and find how to book you. I would even suggest sending them straight to the booking link. I feel like I'm yelling at you. I really want to make it clear that it's a very, very fast platform. Please don't make people get lost and losing customers for you. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit technical. This is just how to create your content. So on your homepage, you tap the plus button and then you choose a video length. So this is where you would choose the video length. You've got 15 seconds. You always start with 15 seconds. Once you start producing content, they start upping it. You might have 60 seconds. That might be default now. You might have 3 minutes. And I actually saw that somebody's getting 10 minutes as well. You can also do lives on TikTok. I haven't done that yet. Everyone keeps telling me that that's why my account, that's like the next level of my account. I need to do lives to extend. But working full time, I'm just not comfortable sitting on a live for 20 minutes and making people watch me. I think it's boring for them. But they say live is the next best thing. So you're choosing your video length. I do suggest just starting at 15 seconds. You don't even have to do a 15-second one. You can do a 5 to 7 second one. Recently, they were saying that that's the most optimal time. So just take a deep breath and realize that these are short, they're fast, they're quick. Just got to chat. Okay, what about the algorithms not liking having more? Oh, I think you can only go live once you have 1,000 followers. Yep, so I'm lucky I've got over 3,000. So I can go live, but I just haven't yet. Okay, so yours won't look black. I took this photo of my phone pressed down onto the desk so I could show you these and show you how to do things. So these effects I think I've got it on the next screen as well. These effects are all of the AI effects that you see people doing all the time. Those effects are actually quite good to use. TikTok likes you using some of those effects, but using the effects that are trending at the time. And you'll see when you start scrolling through TikTok, you'll see people repeatedly doing something. It's usually an effect or a sound or a challenge that they're doing. So if you wanted to jump onto that, at the bottom of every video on the bottom left, you'll actually see which effect they are using. You can click on that effect and you can save it to your favorites. Don't try and find the effect. It really, you can go down a rabbit hole. You can spend hours and hours trying to find this effect. I did that before they start putting the little click on, like the little link on there. Now they've made it really easy, and you can save those effects for later. Okay, so that's the effects. Have a play with them, see which ones you like. And in there, it actually says trending effects anyway. This is where you press to make your video. This is your upload from your camera roll, and you can upload video and you can upload photo. I really encourage you to upload video. This is a video platform. Now, when you are creating videos, don't try to, they need to be in vertical. So I'll get my phone. They need to be vertically. Don't do them horizontally, do them vertically. Okay, this templates thing down here, I clicked on it the other day to have a look and see. I have never seen a TikTok using these templates. You might have them. I don't think they look that great, but have a look at them. And again, here's the live one. Yours may look a little bit different from mine. If you're first starting, yours might look a little bit different from mine. If you've been on there longer than I have been, you may have more features. They bring out features all of the time, new features all the time. And it really depends on how many followers you've got, how consistent you are, and how often you post. Okay, so let's move on. Sounds are really important. Now, while we're on sounds, when you have a business account, you have a limited amount of sounds. When you don't have a business account, you've actually got quite a few sounds that you can use. So when you've got a business account, the sounds and the music need to be used commercially, and you're only allowed certain sounds on there. The reason why I asked you to change it to a business account, so then you can see the analytics and people can get to your website and your email, that kind of thing. So it does limit you with the amount of sounds that you can use, but literally there's millions of sounds you can use, so don't get too stressed about it. Sometimes when I really want to use a particular sound, I swap my account just for that post to use that sound, and then I swap it back afterwards. But it might not be the best way of doing it, because that sound will get taken off once you swap it back to your business account. Okay, so with the sounds, I suggest when you're going through them and you don't have time to make a TikTok, you don't have time to make a video, add the sounds to your favorites. So then you can come back and you can use them when you want to. Okay, like I said, this is your effects. This is where you upload a pre-recorded video that you've got. So this is where you can speed it up or slow it down. I'll just go to the next slide to see if I've got it here. Okay, once you've recorded a video, you'll see a little line bar across the top. That's the amount of time that you've recorded. So that would probably be about 5 seconds. And then you can record quite a few as you go along, and it will show you along the top how much time that you have left. You don't have to fill that up. This is just showing you how much time you've got left along the top. This little thing is just flipping your camera so that it faces you or it faces somebody else. This is your speed, so it speeds it up, obviously. Now this little enhance button, that's usually automatically on and gives you a little bit of a beauty a filter over the top. It's not too much of a filter, but that's usually automatically on. These are other filters. I don't think I see many people using these filters at all, and I don't think it's a good idea because TikTok is meant to be real. It's meant to be authentic. It's meant to almost be no makeup. You know, you're just there recording videos like you're at home together and you're forming a friendship that is no filters. So I don't actually encourage you to use those filters. This timer here, if you want to press it, step back, settle yourself, and then do the TikTok, that's what this timer is for here. So this will give you a 3 or a 10 second, and it will give you a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and then it will start filming. So you might like to do that if you need to take a couple of seconds, a couple of breaths, relax your shoulders, take a breath, say, okay, I can do this, and then actually do the video. So that might be a really good feature for you. This reply one has only come into mine in the past 3 or 4 weeks, I think. So you may not have it, or it may be on everybody's by now. I don't go through everybody's phone and check to see what they've got, by the way. So this reply feature, that's quite interesting. You'll see all of the time when you start going through TikTok that there's a little, when people start filming, there's a little comment box, and they say, I'm replying to this. That's actually how you get those up there. Now, I found this quite interesting, actually, because that doesn't just give you a reply from the comments that you've got on your feed. It gives you suggestions to reply to stuff. And I practiced, like I said, I practiced with all of this stuff before I do it to you. I practiced with one of them and went, yeah, that didn't really work for me that well. So if you get lots and lots of comments, that's a really, really good little feature for you to reply. And then obviously this is just your flash if you want to turn the flash up and down. When you're recording, that's your record button. This is if you want to re-record. So if you just want to go back and say, no, I didn't like that, you'd press that. A little thing will say, do you want to discard your video? You say yes, and then you start again. Once you've got your video and you're happy with it, you would press this little red button and say, great, moving on to the next one. Then you would see this page. Again, they've put these filters up there. Don't know why. This adjust clips is if you've created multiple videos along there and you want to sort of trim them, you can adjust the clip here. This is your voice effects. You'll hear people doing a voiceover and then people changing it into a different type of voice. That's where you can click on your voice effects and you can do that. This is your voice over. So if you're, regularly, I just take videos of wherever I am, just so that I've got lots and lots and lots of video content for this situation. And then I'll create a voiceover once I've uploaded the video into there, because sometimes I'm just not in the mood to create a TikTok, but I want the video content. So I've got that video content on my phone and I create a voiceover over the top of it. A lot of people still watch things when they're not meant to be watching. So they're either lying in bed and they don't want to bother their partner, so they turn the sound down, or they're sitting at work and they don't want their boss to hear them watching TikToks, so they turn the volume down. This is where captions come into play very, very well. So you create the voiceover and then you turn it into a caption, and I've got a little video in the next couple of slides to show you how to do that. That caption's actually quite a good idea if you haven't got a lot of other text on the page. If you've already got lots of text on the page, that these captions will just get lost amongst that text. This is where you trim the sound that you've got. You might actually only want a particular sound on a particular place on your video. You might want to trim that. This volume button I use all of the time. Oops, sorry, I just clicked over. This volume button I use all of the time because when I'm, like I said, when I'm videoing, there's going to be background noise in my videos that I've uploaded onto here. Often I don't want that background noise on there. And the volume button gives you a chance to completely cut down that original sound, which is the sound of the video that you've already done. And then you can increase the volume of the sound that you've put on there. So you might like to increase the sound of the music that you've put on there and decrease the sound of the original content. Okay, and that's enhanced just if you wanted to enhance it more. Down here is where you add your sounds. Down here is where you've got more effects. Down here is where you add any of your text that you want to put on here. And then you've got some of your stickers. People don't tend to use those stickers too often. Those stickers are very, very similar to the ones that you'll see on Instagram, but they don't tend to work too much. Okay, so firstly, you've created your video. Then you'll get to this stage. Then you'll get to this stage. Then click next, and you'll get to this stage. This is showing you what it's going to look like. This is you writing your content. Now, don't make the content long. Just one sentence, a very, very short sentence as well. And use very, very clear hashtags around it. I would use 1 or 2 hashtags. Don't make this big because it's right down the bottom. Not many people read it. So just be very, very clear in there. And sometimes you might want to mention another brand as well. So you'd at Skin if you wanted to tag people. Here you can add links. Now those links, there's only a few links that you can add in there. And usually they're American based. So have a look and see if there's something in there that you're interested in. If you don't want people to comment on your posts, you would untoggle this. I really encourage you to keep that open so that 1, you can get these replies over here, but 2, it teaches the algorithm that your content is interesting and people are commenting on it. I have seen people turning that off if they are getting trolls, if they're getting nasty comments. Please be cyber safe with yourself and just realize that these people are obviously hurting inside themselves at some stage and it's got nothing to do with you. So just be careful with yourself there. Allow to duet and allow to stitch. I'll go through these with you soon. Duet and stitching is great. If you create something, somebody might actually like to duet you. So that means that your video's on one side and their video's on the other side, and you're doing it at the same time. So once you create this, anyone else can duet you or stitch you. And stitching you is showing part of your video and then they come in afterwards and comment on that video. Again, if you don't want that, turn that off. And then if you're batching content, and I encourage you to do that if you're busy running your own business, batching content just saves you so much time. So, if you're in the mood, if you know exactly what you're doing, if you've got your saved sounds, if you know the trends that you're doing, you're very confident in here, I encourage you to do about 5 videos all in one go. Save them into your drafts, and then just come into your drafts when you want it to go out and just send them out. So you're not always thinking, I need to create a TikTok every single day. So when you're there, you're in the mood, I've set up my products so that I've got lots of, product photography that I can use, and I take a whole bunch of videos and then I can use that and save them in my drafts. So if I'm having a really, really busy day, the drafts is there and I can just upload it straight away. It takes 2 seconds. If you want to post it straight away, then you would actually click the post one. A little tip about when to post. So you'll go into your TikTok. This is just a little bit of a tip. If you go into your TikTok and you see lots of people live, and you'll see it by you'll see watch, big sort of red, list. You can watch all of these people going live. That teaches you that a lot of your people are online at that time. So that's when you might want to post your videos. So then you are getting to how to engage your audience and grow your following. So this is mine. I think I posted this the other day. This is what I wanted to show you. The drafts are sitting here. So if you open up your grid, this is where your drafts sit. And then you can just click on those and then post them. So it's really, really easy for you to get that content out quickly. I'm late. Start time. When did you start? Hi, Angela. We started a little while ago. Hopefully you'll get the recording and have a look. Okay, so this is where you would come back and you'd edit your profile. You would have a look at all of the different content that you are looking at. And I just wanted to show you this one because it's actually an ad, but it so doesn't look like an ad. So do you see here how to get my beds in 15 seconds? Does that play? No. And you can see here that it's sponsored. So they're actually promoting that. They've got their sound. This is where you click on to find the sound. And just while we're saying this here, if you do like a sound and you want to use it at another time, click on this, which is the audio, and save it to your favorites. So you can go back at another time and find that sound that you like. And it's got, look how many comments it's got, hearts it's got. That's fantastic. And this is great as well. It's got 87 shares. So very, very, very easy way of, this is how unfiltered your business account needs to be. Alrighty. Ideas. You might like to screenshot this one. First post needs to be an introduction post. Who are you? Who are you? Why are we going to follow you? What are you going to bring to our lives? How are we going to be? How are you going to be useful to me? How are you going to help inspire my life? So we need to know that from you. You might like to do a day in the life. Lots of people do vlogs and they work quite well on TikTok. So little tiny videos of your whole entire day. You put them into the TikTok, you do a voiceover over the top of that. So just a really, really easy way of doing those. I actually like those. I like watching those more than anything. I feel like I'm getting to know some business people. They don't know me. I feel like I'm getting to know some business people just by watching what they do each day. It's not fascinating, but it's interesting to see how other people, I find, manage their day, especially these busy people. Okay, you might want to do a sped up video of people when they're creating their stuff. They've got a video at the top and they've got their hands creating their stuff, and it's really, really interesting to see a sped up video of that. You might talk about mini life hacks. You might talk about cooking. Again, a speed up video of you cooking, putting something together is a really good idea. How-tos, product endorsements, educational videos, fun facts, listicles. And this is, I don't know if you've ever come across that word, but 5 ways to, or 5 tips to, or 10 ways to make this better. So lists of things. Go out and rant about something that, just really, really bugs you, might bug somebody else. Talk about your routine, talk about other people's routines, talk about how you overcome an obstacle, show behind the scenes, show the rough stuff. This is what TikTok is all about. It's not highly curated. Talk about meeting the team. If they don't want to have their face on camera, that's absolutely fine. You might just do a behind the head shot of them. Or you might do them with their hands, putting a package together. There's lots and lots of challenges that you can do. You can react to other people's TikTok videos and you can stitch them. You can have fun commentary. You can talk about the fails that happen all the time. Workplace tour, if you've got a really interesting, well, you don't even have to have an interesting tour. I saw one this morning on a lady just showing her exiting her workplace. And she did a whole sped up video of unpacking, packing everything and then unpacking it again. It's actually quite interesting to watch. Success stories about your business name. Tell us about your business name. Meet your pets. That's always interesting. Okay, just moving my head around. More TikTok video ideas. Talk about why you start your business. So this is fascinating for people, and they get to know your business so much more, and then they get to trust that business, and then that's when you get clients that come back repeatedly because they feel as though they know you more than other brand that's sitting on the shelf that they don't know anything about. Packaging orders is a huge thing. People are posting those packaging orders all of the time, and they reach lots and lots of people, get lots and lots of views. Organizing inventory, listing products online, how to with your products. You might do a start to finish time lapse, inspiration, talk about the supplies that you need, and then it's quite interesting actually if you talk about all the little bits of the supplies that you need and then show a picture of what it actually ends up at the end. It's really great for people to see how much time it takes for you to make those products. Sometimes we just have no idea about the process of how much time it actually takes you to make these products, or set out your service, or the cleaning that you need to do in between a massage client for COVID. Like there's so many things that you can teach us about your business. So you can ask for followers. You can talk about something satisfying. You can share a discount code. You can do a shout out to other small businesses. That's nice. Say thank you to your followers that are coming. You can do your product displays. Show us your latest products, what your product window display, what you're doing. Talking about your most requested service and why people like it. Show off the little tiny details in your business that some people miss and that you can just point out. Talk to us about how to use your products, stock updates, favorite online tools and offline tools. That's small businesses are giving an incredible amount of knowledge and sharing knowledge to other small businesses on the platform. It's very, very cool. You can talk about obstacles that you've overcome, and you can talk what you wish you knew and mistakes that you have made, just to make it real. Make your business real. Start allowing us to get to know you and your business. Okay, so similar to other platforms, TikTok rewards consistency, but rather than posting 3 times a day and getting overwhelmed and getting, completely burnt out from that, and then not posting for ages because you're just completely burnt out, you don't want to do any more, just start posting 3 to 5 times a week. Now, that still might sound a lot to you, but remember, these videos are 5 to 7, 10 seconds long. Seconds. I could pick up my phone now, I could record us right there. I've got a TikTok video. That's how quick it needs to be. So really, really, those beautiful perfectionists out there, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be done. Okay. All right. Then you can work your way up from there if you want to. You don't have to do any of these things. Now, all your audience cares about is that your content is inspirational, it's engaging, it's entertaining, or it's helpful for them. This little thing, if you don't know what it is, what's in it for me? Your customers are sitting there on their phone. Put yourself into their shoes, teach them something, give them some ideas, inspire them. Just think about your customers gaining some knowledge from you, and then it's going to be incredibly easy for you to start creating TikToks. You can be yourself. You can have fun. Don't take yourself too seriously. This is not a platform that you need to go and put on a whole bunch of makeup, you need to get your hair done, you need to have a product styling shoot behind you. This is not the platform for that. This is the platform for you to just get out there and get it done. I'm just having a look at the thing. Okay, does it matter about the hashtags on TikTok? Yes, absolutely. Pop the hashtags in there. I suggest using your hashtags, your local hashtags, Australian-based business. Teach the algorithm what you're all about. Use those hashtags to teach the algorithm what you're all about. The For You page, I think it's Meredith that just asked about that. The For You page is the page that your content will get seen most. And then that's how TikTok sorts out who sees your content. It will show that content to a whole bunch of people. That those people who are your customers will start seeing it on the For You page. They'll start watching your videos. They might click on you. They might start following you. They might like you. And then TikTok realizes that those are the types of people that are going to be watching your videos. So people used to say when it first started, do hashtag For You page. It goes on the For You page anyway. Don't waste your hashtag. Start to finish. Let's see if this works. I'll go through this with you again soon. Okay, so that was a little demonstration. That was incredibly uncomfortable watching myself do that, but that's okay. This is what we do to demonstrate. There was a few things in there that you might be a little bit confused about. So this is just a recording of me making a TikTok. So I opened this on my page, and this is just the video that was showing at the time. And then I went down to the plus button down here to take the to do the video. Let me go back. So on your TikTok, obviously pressing the TikTok icon. And then I pressed the plus button and it came up with this. And this is the button that I pressed in order to take that video. So I had the camera flipped around to me and I took the video. If I wanted to take the video of a product or of something else, I would have flipped the camera around and just taken that. That's me recording. Then press the red button that goes next. And then I clicked the music button. So this is what I said about commercial sounds. These are sounds that we can use. So we can choose any of these types of sounds. And so just thinking about what your customers like to listen to. Mine is, I like mine to be a little bit more relaxed and a bit more chilled, but this is all about your customers and thinking about what they are like listening to. This is where your favorites is stored. Remember how I said to you, you can click on that little button down the bottom and save your favorite? This is where your favorites is stored. So if you click on that one, you'll see all of the audios and music that you've saved. And then you'll see I'll click on one. So click on the sound, and then you click on the red to move, the red button to actually move that in. Now this gets embarrassing. I'm sorry, I have to watch this again, just a demonstration. This is where I was talking about how you can change the sounds. So remember how I was saying that sometimes I just take videos and there's a background noise around it. This is where I would take off the original sound and I would up that added sound, or just leave it at 100%, that's fine. But I've added a sound, and I do want the original voice over, so I would keep that and I would take that down. When you start getting this is a little bit next level, but when you start getting confident with this, you'll start hearing about trending sounds. TikTok shows videos with those trending sounds more. One trick, if you don't want the sound in there, is to add the sound. So you've got the trending sound, the algorithm picks that up, but you actually take that down to 1%. You take the added sound down to 1%. So you've got the trending sound in there. It's just playing in the background, helping the algorithm realize that you've added that trending sound in there. I hope that didn't confuse you too much. Okay, so what I did there was I pressed the captions. So this now is transcribing my words. And you'll see down here that it transcribes, and often it's spelt differently. So I encourage you to have a look at those captions and go back and change the spelling of it. Especially with our Australian accents, it does pick up on things a little bit differently. You'll see here that I'm just going back and I'm just changing those captions just to make sure that they are right. And you'll see I made a mistake and I had to go back and change it all again as well. And I left that in there just so you can see that you can just go back and change things. It doesn't need to be perfect. So I left that little T there, so I just had to take that off. And click Save. Now I put this in here so that you can see how to add your own, if you're not putting in the captions, that's fine, but this is how you're adding the text. Now, when you start watching TikToks, you'll see quite a few people, they'll be standing there and they'll have a text here and they'll point to it. That text will appear and it will go away. They'll point to another one. That text will appear, it will go away. They'll point to another one. That text will appear and it will go away. This is how you do this. So you go into the text box, which is just the capital A and the little a, and then you type in your text. You'll see how to do that. And then over here, you can change what the text looks like and you can change the fonts. You'll see me doing that as well. So you're just adding in your text. And you click on that text. And you can see here I'm changing the fonts. Here I'm changing what it looks like. Now, how I did that, I clicked on the text and then this will come up. So you've got a chance to do text to speech. Somebody talks it for you. You've got your set your duration, and this is how you edit it. So if you wanted to change the font, that's good. The way that they appear and disappear is you set the duration. And I'll show you now what happens with that. So I clicked duration, and then it gives you this slide underneath, and then you move the front and the back forwards and backwards, and you select where you're going to have the text and the timing of the text. So in those videos, you would video yourself saying, this is how you do a TikTok, this is how you do this, this is how you do that first. And then you would move this text around so it fits where you want it. So you create the video first, and then you create the text. And then you move this so the text appears when you want it to and disappears when you want it to. See how I've just moved that? Now it's only going to appear right at the beginning of that video. There's the text and it goes away. Okay, and then you go over to the next one. This is the last section that you'll get to. You put in your content, you'll put in your hashtags. You can actually do a cover photo as well. I've noticed a lot of people doing that. Click on that, and then you either click drafts or you click post. Okay. Oops, let's stop that again. Listen to my hair again. Okie doke. What do you know about the gift speech that you see on my profile and see receiving on their lives? How does that work? What was the point of it? I've noticed that you ask for money. It does. You can give content creators gifts. I haven't done it yet. I haven't played around with that. I've been given the feature, so people can give me gifts, but I haven't had to play with it yet. So this is a way of the content creators monetizing the platform as well. Okay. I'm going to show you some TikTok features. So on your normal page, you'll see this is the like button. So when you're teaching TikTok the algorithm that you want your customers to see, like I spoke about right at the beginning, start liking the content that your customers are going to like. That will teach the algorithm, to show your content to people who like your stuff. Start commenting as well. You can share it as well. I actually use that share button more than anything else because I save other people's videos to my own camera roll, so that when I've got a chance to create content, I've got inspiration. So if I see something that someone's doing that's really, really cool, and if I want to learn more how to do it or something like that, and I just don't have time to do it at that time, I click this little button down here and I save it to my camera roll. I've got so many on my camera roll, I need to go through and delete a lot of them, but that's how I create almost like a vision board for myself of the content that I want to create later. So I just wanted to show you that you've got your share button here. Now, when you click this share button, I think I put it in the video, but when you click this share button, that then allows you to duet or stitch people's videos. So I wanted to show you this video because it's actually a selling video. It's a product video. It's from a business, but it doesn't look like an ad. So this is how not stylized I want you to try and make your business videos. Now, I don't know this person, by the way. I just thought it was a really good example. So there's no affiliate or anything like this. I just thought it was really good. Such an easy way of doing it. But the reason why I wanted to open that up as well is to show you all of these things. So once you press on the share button, you get all of these options down here. So you could send it to some of your mates if you want to. You can copy the link and you can send it to some other people, and you can do it that way as well. This is the saved video. That's the one that I use all the time, like I said, to save that inspiration for me when I can be bothered coming back to it when I've got some time. This is the duet. So if I wanted to duet this video, I would click that duet. It would come up on my page with this person next to me and my face right next to them. And I'll show you exactly what it looks like in the next one. The other one is stitch. So the video would come up first and then my video would come up afterwards, and I'd start talking about this video that's here. Now there's a little bit of a warning for the next slide. So as I've said before, I've got a skincare company and I have done my research a lot, as you should, about the types of things that people like watching in skincare. Now, pimple popping and extractions, things like that, is actually something that my audience likes to watch a lot. So I tried to practice with this, as we always do. Like I'm constantly saying, you do what your customers are doing. And so what I did was I practiced with this. I found a video that my customers were watching a lot. And then, so I did that by going to the Discover page, by going to a hashtag, skincare, and then scrolling through them. And then it's actually quite easy. They're up on top. The most watched ones are up on top. I clicked on that. I duetted that and it went viral. It's my only one that's gone viral, and it's disgusting. So I actually had to take a little break off TikTok for a few days after that, thinking, why am I even here? But then I came back on and said, I'm here for my business. This is what I need to do. So a little bit of a warning for the next video. It's a little bit gross, but it's because I wanted to show you the one that did go viral on my page. Just to show you the type of content that it's so not perfect. This was me sitting in my car I'd just been to the beach with my dog. So no makeup, I looked like absolute crap. And I filmed the video. This is how much I want you to realize you don't need to be full makeup unless you're a makeup artist. Is that gonna go? Okay, so that was pretty gross. Now you can see down here, it's had 522.1 thousand views, whereas most of my other videos only get about, I don't know, 300 views or so. Now the likes is huge and only a few comments, which is fine. But what I did was I got an audio that was trending as well. And I turned it right down like I showed you how to do previously, so that audio was still there. There was a trending audio in the background. So this is a combination of a few different things that I did. I used a trending audio and I made it like 1% so you couldn't really hear it. I found the quite disgusting, this is an earring, by the way, that has just been pushed through some skin. I found the content that has been shown a lot, and so I researched that. I also have my dog in the video, so a combination of lots of different things. I have tried to recreate this and it didn't work as well, but I gained a lot of followers from this one video. So I'll just show it to you again. Close your eyes if you get a bit squeamish. And do you see there, honestly, straight back from the beach, I'm completely covered in sand and salt. I'm sitting in my car, like I haven't done my hair. This is not TikTok is not a place that you need to be, absolutely made up. I just got a chat there. Yes, my dog is cute. Yes, I agree, Meredith. You. My dog's sitting at my feet at the moment, actually. Thank you. Okie dokes, keep it simple. This is all what it's about. Please don't freak out about this. Keep it simple. You don't have to dance. You don't have to lip sync. You don't have to set up a whole entire studio in order to do this. You'll see a few content creators doing it, but I just want you to get started. Once you get started, teach the TikTok platform and the algorithm what you're about. If you're in Australia, if you're in the US, if you're in other countries, just get on it. Start looking at it. Make sure that if you're a type of person that gets lost in these platforms, you might actually want to set yourself a timer to get off after a certain amount of time, because you can. This is a rabbit hole. I'm not going to lie to you. You can spend hours and hours in here, and time just goes like that. So be mindful of of yourself as well, and just have a play to start with. I'm just checking the chat. I'm so glad, Meredith. Thank you so much. That's been. I really try to make all of my webinars useful. I know your time is very, very precious, so I really want to make that useful for you. If you don't know about the Business Station, that's where I work for. So I'm one of the digital business advisors here. This is an Australian initiative by the Australian Commonwealth Government. I think a few of you are on this program. Now, this program, the grant that we got, the tender grant that we got, only lasts till September this year. So you get 3 hours worth of one-on-one. So I talk to you, or another expert talks to you personally about your business. You get 3 hours worth of that. Now, our hourly charge is $150 upwards. You get 3 hours of this and 4 hours worth of webinars and workshops for only $44. So 7 hours for $44. This is an absolute bargain. If you haven't jumped on board with this, please do. You can get mentorship in social media, which is what I do, e-commerce, which is what I do, online security and data privacy, website selling online, doesn't matter which platform you're on, we have an expert for you, and business software. I teach a lot of courses on Canva as well, because I know that helps a lot of small businesses do their social media, create their social media. So if you wanted to jump on board, you do need to be have an ABN in WA, Queensland or Northern Territory. If you are in the other states, there are facilities for you as well. And you do need to be running your business for a profit. So that just means that you're not registered as a non-for-profit business. And you have to have fewer than 20 full-time staff members, because we're absolutely dedicated to helping startups and small businesses. So if you haven't already, you can jump onto that link that's there, businessstation.link/register. You can ask for a preferred advisor. My name is Victoria Yu, and you can ask for me. But like I said, there's lots of other advisors that can help you and help you in all the different types of businesses and all the different levels of your businesses as well. So I'm going to stop sharing and have a look at some of these comments that have come in. Okay, now that I'll look at the Q&A. So should I stop following? I think we answered that one, Meredith. I have a question. Just type in now. You said that on TikTok you could only follow and interact with accounts that your target customer would use. Do you think it's the same way for Instagram? Yeah, yes and no. The Instagram algorithm isn't as tight as the TikTok algorithm. But I would actually recommend it. Like I said at the beginning, I really only use social media for business. And so I would actually start doing that for your business if you're going to. One thing that we do need to remember is that TikTok is leading the way at the moment. It has become very big. Oh gosh, I've gone so much over time. I'm sorry. It has become very big, and it's Facebook and Instagram are completely freaking out. So, and YouTube as well. So they are trying to catch up with everything that TikTok's doing. So if you can nail TikTok, if you can really get your head around TikTok, you're going to get your head around everything that Facebook and Instagram are trying to catch up with, all the reels that you're going to be able to do that very easily. At the moment, it's very easy to grow on TikTok, and it's incredibly hard to grow on Facebook and Instagram. So TikTok is like what it used to be when I first started Instagram and Facebook. Very, very easy to grow your following. Not so much anymore. TikTok is easy to grow the following. I hope that was useful. Thank you very, very much. I'm sorry to take up more than your time. It was meant to be an hour, but I really really encourage you to jump on board and have a look. I'm just reading. I don't even have to do that page. Work for a small nonprofit. We actually do have huge facilities for nonprofit in Queensland. We've just taken on, oh my goodness, I'd say about 500 non-for-profits, I think. So yeah, definitely have facilities for non-for-profits, because we do try to help everyone that we can. Cool. Okay, so it was wonderful to spend some time with you here today. Thank you so much. And for those people on the recording, I wish you all the best, and I wish everyone here the best, and wish you fun on TikTok. Start following me and I'll start following you, and let's build a really fun, engaging, awesome community together. Okay, I'll see you at another time. Thank you. See ya.